It's rare that must-see matchups happen in the regular season, but thanks to flex scheduling, we've been blessed with a very good one. I'll tell you, this flex scheduling is like the best invention since the wheel. The road to the Intramural Championship Series takes a pit stop this Sunday as Pilgers, ranked number 3, takes on Team Face, ranked number 2. This is USA Game Day. I'm Steven Newhouse.
I'm Rick Kickler.
I'm Mike Barnett.
All right, now let's go to one of our more popular segments here. We've seen it last week. Let's go. We need to know what the weather's going to be like for next week. So to do that, we go to our resident meteorologist in training, Ryan. I make it rain, Beasley. Ryan, what you got for us this week?
Thank you, Steven. Overall, this week we're going to have consistent temperatures. Highs are going to be in the 70s, ranging maybe to the mid-70s on Tuesday, and possibly not breaking 70 on Thursday. And the lows will be very consistent as well, ranging from the low 50s to the mid-50s. And on Sunday, there's a good chance that it will get below 50. So the game of the week, Team Face versus Pilger. You might want to consider wearing some sweatpants. Remember, no pockets. And the chance of rain for this week is very slim, so we should not have any cancellations at all. It should be a really fun and great week of flag football. Remember, sportsmanship is a big deal here at Intramurals. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Mr. Beasley, for that very interesting weather. What was with the sunglasses, guys?
That guy's silly.
That guy
He is definitely crazy.
He is something.
Definitely.
But he knows the weather more than anybody around here. So, all right, guys, let's get to our make or break, and this is where we take a look at teams that need to get a big win this week. All right, Mike, who's your make or break team this week?
My make or break team this week, I've got It's Whatever. They lost the first 2 games pretty badly, but this past week versus the Daredevils, they got it together offensively, made it close. They need to keep on progressing so they can get a win.
All right, Rick, what about you?
My make or break team this week is your team, Mike, the Fire. With the suspensions of Mike, Ben, Braden, and Joel, they're going to need something to spark that offense that has only scored 19 points in 3 games. They must win if they have any chance of making the playoffs.
For those of you who saw the game of the week last week, we saw that very bad showing that they had against number 2 Team Face. Mike, any comments about that one?
Nah, none, Steve.
No, I'm not surprised. All right, my make or break team is Daredevils, who come in this week 2-2. This was a team that was in the top 10 when it initially got released. Dropped 2 games, came back last week with a win, and now their reward, they get to play the number 1 team ranked in the program, Orange Cannons. Very big game to see if they'll make the playoffs this year. They need this game pretty much if they want to stay in that fight. Let's see who's on upset alert. All right, Rick, who do you got on upset alert this week?
My upset alert team this week, Steven, is the number 5 Bad News Kennels. They come in, to me, a little too cocky, thinking 3-0, we have this under wraps. This league's nothing. But the Hitmen, 3-0, started out in the polls. They have a little chip on their shoulder after being dropped out. I think they come away with a close victory.
All right, Mike, what about you?
I've got them boys. Let me tell you why. 2 last-second victories in past 2 games. They're going to need to play much better versus tough job team.
Number 19 might be on the ropes. I have your team on the ropes for my upset alert. The number 3 ranked throwback team, Balls and Dolls, taking on the Projectile Billy says a 3-0 team. You guys, last week, you guys only scored 9 points. I don't know. No, of course you don't think so. You play on the team.
We're not worried.
I can tell. All right, so that's just something to look forward to during the season. Watch those games, see if those teams will pull the upset. All right, let's start our picks with Sunday Fraternity. Podcap versus KA here in a big rivalry game. Gino versus Petty. That's going to be interesting. But I'm taking Podcap here in an upset. What about you, Mike?
I'm taking Pike too, Steven. Coming off the loss to Pike last week, K been living on the edge, won their last 2 games by 1 point apiece. I don't think they have the magic to beat this Pike team who's looking for redemption.
And guys, I also have to agree. I think Pie Cap, they lost a heartbreaker last week. They win in a heartbreaker this week.
All right, so we all got Podcap in that game. Let's go to the men's league, where the number 5 Bad News Kennels will take on the Hitmen. Rick, I believe this is your upset alert, right?
Yes, it is, guys. And I still believe that the Hitmen will pull this one off. They're only giving up 6 points. I think they have enough.
What about you, Mike? What do you got?
I'm taking Bad News Kennels. I believe they take care of business versus the Hitmen.
I agree with you. I think Bad News Kennels does win a close game, closer than most people think. Let's go to the next on that one as well. All right, let's go to Tuesday Men League. And I tell you, if Pilgers versus Team Face was not the game of the week, this game would definitely be it. Number 7 Unusual Prospects taking on number 6 Gang Breakers in a team, and both teams are undefeated, but one team will get their first loss in the season, and I think Gang Breakers will go down to Unusual Prospects Tuesday. What about you, Mike?
I agree with you 100%, Steven. The defensive backs of the usual prospects are going to stop the downfield passing attack of the game breakers, and they're going to score just enough points on offense to win the game.
Guys, not so fast, my friends. EJ is a very good player. Our player of the week from last week, if you remember. Game Breakers has scored 123 points in 3 games. 123. They scored enough to win this one as well.
All right, that's an average of over 40 points a game. So we're splitting on that game. So let's go to Thursday's men. JAB, Jab, taking on number 9, Dim Boys. I like Dim Boys to win a very close game. What about you, Rick?
I think Dim Boys also. They will win. They dropped a little in the polls, I believe, this week. They need to improve and look better. This is where they start improving.
Rick, you're absolutely correct. Them boys, even though I picked this as my upset special, I still believe they're going to win this game. After playing 2 close games in a row, they have to play better to beat this Jab team.
All right, let's go on to their brother team, Young Guns, taking on Dirt Daubers. This is a game that many people think that Dirt Daubers can win. I'm not so much. I like Young Guns very close, maybe the tightest game of the week right here. What about you, Mike?
Steven, I agree again. However, I do believe Young Guns win by at least a touchdown. They're acting much better on their sportsmanship, and quarterback Jake Crane is acting much more like a leader. I believe they have what it takes.
Guys, if Bad News Kennels was not playing Hitman this week, this game would be my upset special. I think Young Guns, they will lose this game. They dropped in the polls. They're going to drop out after this week. 2-1 Dirt Daubers, they will be 3-1 after this week.
Dirt Daubers a very interesting team in that Thursday men's division. All right, let's talk about Thursday co-rec. Projectile Billy Sits versus B&D. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, because that's the team you guys play on. Well, let's see. This was my upset alert, I believe. And I have to say that you will probably win this game, probably. So you'll probably go to 4-0. Since you can't predict the game because we all know what you're going to say, what do you think about it?
I think I speak for the both of us when I say 97 points scored, 3 games. It's a lot, guys. Come see for yourself.
Yeah, they scored 9 points last week.
Well said, Rick. Well said.
They scored 9 points last week, so we'll see if they can get a little higher this week. All right, let's talk about our big game of the week here. Team Face versus Pilgers. Number 2 versus number 3. A game that many people look at as a big piece into determining who will be playing in the Intramural Championship Series. All right, guys, let's break it down. I think that the way they played last week, from what I've seen out of both teams, Pilgers, I saw them lose to Orange Cannons earlier this year. But the Pilgers just seems to be one of those teams that just won't go away. But I think Team Face ends all that this week. Team Face beats Pilgers, beats them convincingly as well. Mike, what do you think?
Steven, I'm going to disagree 100%.
Wow.
Let me tell you why. After that early season loss to the Orange Cannons, Pilgers have 2 great bounce-back wins, 26-8 over the Daredevils, and coming back again 26-6 over 86 Security. They have too much experience, guts, and determination to win this game. Also, the zone, along with Travis Lloyd, stops the downfield speed of Mr. Rufio Young, and they win this game.
All right, Rick, break the tie.
Guys, the team I picked for this game are the... Oh, wait. No. Get that out of here. I'm going with Team Face, baby. Team Face all the way. They are way too fast, Mike. There's no way that the Pilgers old guys, they cannot keep up for a full game. They cannot keep up. Team Face wins this one.
Well, that's our opinion on the game. Should be a very good game.
Well, let me down, John.
Rufio, throw all over him.
And you can catch this game right here on the Jag Intramural Network. It is our game of the week, so you should join me and Megan Williams with the call of the game, as we will break it down for you and join us for the extra point. Also, check out my push-up showcase coming up later this week. All right, guys, I am going to shoot for 50. Mike, how many do you think these guns can produce?
Well, I'd say those are more like pea shooters than anything. However, I got you about 24.
Steven, I believe 2. All right, I'll kidding. I'll give you 30. That's it.
See, I'm going to shock the world. I'm going to shock the world. Watch. Okay, let's not do that. We're not going to do that. I'm going to shock the world. Watch. And our next showcase is going to be me and Mike in a racing contest, a 40-yard dash. Mike, you're dead, son.
Okay, Steven.
You're done. But check out that push-up showcase right here on the Jag Intramural Network. All right, guys, I guess we're out of show. I'm Steven Newhouse, and
Mike Barnett.
And I'm Rick Kickler.
And this is USA
Game Day.